How's everybody doing today? I hope good, right? I did a one quick parlay, right? Same game parlay. I put it on Facebook. For those of you who probably didn't see it, I'm glad you didn't. But I got greedy and I took. Okay, so here's the same game parlay. I took. You didn't, but I I took. Who did I take? Who did I take? I took the Tigers versus the San Francisco Giants, right? And inside that game, because it's the same game parlay. This is what you call the same game parlay. So we'll take everything that's going on inside that game. So Tigers money line, that's gonna work. Um, both pitchers to get four strikeouts on each side, right? Flannery four, and what's the other guy's name? He's gonna get four too. And I took the under, but last but not least, I put that Nerfy on there, and that Nerfy just straight jacked everything. So I was thinking that it was going to be a big of a pitcher's duel. So right now it doesn't look like it because the Tigers is beating the crap out of the San Francisco Giants. So had I not put the Nerfy on there, I was done. But it was just one parlay, just trying it out, seeing if I could squeak. And I put $10 on it. The payout would have been 45 bucks. But it was just something that I was just trying to do today to see what works. But basically, with Nerfies, that's kind of dangerous, right? But I like to gamble. I'm a dangerous kind of guy. I live life on the dangerous side sometimes. So we can get it, and that's all good. But now, any of the other games, I hope you guys picked, or I took it, right? Hold on. Ah, she called me the smart black king. Yeah, I appreciate that. Hopefully, we'll see you on the next go around. You can come and make the show on the next go around. You can watch the rerun of this. But yeah, I'll be here. Yep. So for some of you guys, so for the rest of you guys who are just showing up, I gave everybody a free parlay online, and I jacked it up because I took a Nerfy. So Nerfies is kind of like hit or miss. If the Nerfies miss, then your whole parlay is jacked up. But that's why I put it on the same day parlay and just that game only. So if you mess up, it's not a whole bunch of parlays. It's just the same game parlay. So the Tigers and San Francisco game, I'm not gonna hit. Or if you took advice on that, you won't hit. But that's okay. You always go one. It was like a $45 payout, right? I'm just trying to see if I can make that work. All these other games, yeah, putting them together. I now again, guys, I didn't put it down, and I forgot. Wait a minute. I think I took a picture of what I picked yesterday because I want to see what flew and what didn't. Um, Before I get started, shout out to my son, one of the camera guys from Cityballers.com. Yeah, he just got married. Kyle, you and Victoria, congratulations. Pops will see you soon. All right, so where are we? Where are we? All right, let's go see. I'm gonna see if I took those pictures of the games that I picked yesterday. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's just the nature of the beast. And like I said, when guys come on and say, or you go to another channel, and the guys go, well, you need to get away from the parlays, blah 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 blah. That's stupid. Why? Because gambling is gambling. So what's the difference between one game, right, versus five or six games? Because in order to make a big profit off of one game, you got to spend a lot of money. So either way, you can be fucked, right? So when people say, "Oh, we don't do the parlays, get away from them," nah, that's because they can't get it, you know. So no, that kills me when they say that. I'm gonna try to figure out the logic behind it one of these days. All right, did I take a picture? Wait a minute, screenshot. What is this? Yep, I did take a picture. I'm such a goofy guy. Hey, so we're gonna look at this, and guess what? Did I play it? I didn't. I got really busy today, guys, and I didn't play it. So if I hope you guys hit, right? Okay, that's it. Okay. All right, here we go. So what did we pick yesterday? Yesterday I picked the Yankees on the money line. And I don't think that the Yankees are playing right yet. I mean, as of right now, let's see. Hold up. Uh, Did I get pissed because I didn't hit the Nerfy? Hell yeah, I got pissed. But remember, guys, and I was just trying to make it slide like that. But San Francisco has a good baseball team, but so does the Tigers. And also, too, guys, if you're not aware, the Detroit Tigers are hot right about now. So it's also my fault. And here are the teams, and I told you guys this yesterday, but I didn't even follow it. Here's the teams that you probably don't want to put in the parlay, not unless if it's in the playoffs or in August or September when it's tight. The Tigers, they got big bats. Don't put them in a Nerfy. The Dodgers, they got big bats. Don't put a Nerfy on them. Now, who's the other one? Philadelphia. Don't put a Nerfy on those guys because they've also have big bats. But for some odd reason, I just thought that this guy was going to make it happen today, but he didn't. It pissed me off. All right, let's see what we got. Yes, we can. We can. We can get it without pitching. Yeah, we can definitely get it without pitching props. But again, guys, when I give it to you and I start running my mouth and blabbering and talking about the pitchers, don't even listen to me. Just block it out and just pick the teams that I pick, like the under. I also took the Tigers in the under. All right, so let's look at what we did yesterday. I took the Tigers on the run line, plus 1.5. That looks like that's going to hold up, right? I took the under 6.5. Let's see. That looked like that's going to hold up as well. Now, this is what I gave you guys yesterday. All right. So now we've got the Yankees. All right, I don't think they've started play yet. You see what I mean? Philadelphia just, I don't know what inning that's in. St. Louis, Baltimore. Where is the Yankees? It's probably later on tonight, right? That's what I'm taking. Yeah, Yankees later on tonight. Later on tonight. But right now, so the Yankees are later on. I took the Marlins as well. I took the Marlins on the run line, plus 1.5, right? So Marlins win. You guys are in money, money, money. And the Marlins play later on tonight. Max Meyer is pitching for the Miami Marlins. I like Max Meyer a lot. I talk about the guy, the kid. He's like a future star. All right, so the White Sox and the New York Mets. Let's see. That's later on, too. I take it. Nope, it's on right now. So I took the White Sox, but right now the Mets are winning 4-2. So, but I took the White Sox in the points. So if the White Sox can get really close and get down by 1 point, we still have a chance of winning that one. Um, I took the under in the White Sox and the Mets. That's not gonna happen. I jacked you guys on that one because right now it's 2-4, so that's six, right? Two more points and we're done, right? Okay. So let's look and see. So this card won't fly, guys. I mean, like we tried, right? But it's not gonna fly. But so today we are going to roll on tomorrow's game. Mhm. How was you guys' Memorial Day? Did you do anything exciting? Family barbecue and stuff like that? I hope so. All right. All right, let's do it. So for tomorrow, May the 28th. And remember, guys, remember, when I give the predictions and whatnot, and I also give the pitching props, if you don't want to play the pitchers, then don't play them. I'm just going to give it out because other people do want to hear it. So you don't have to play it. I'm just going to still give it to them anyway. All right. So tomorrow, the Twins versus the Rays. Pablo Lopez versus Drew Rasmussen. Let's see what we're looking at. Pablo Lopez 4-2, 2 point. What is that? 2.3 ERA. Bruce Drew is 3-4, 2.6 ERA is. Wait, okay, he's got a 2.3, and he's got a 2.6 ERA. They both so Pablo Lopez has 54 strikeouts, and Drew has 50. I'm gonna take Minnesota. Take Minnesota on the money line. Let me see who's favored in that game, because when I tell you, you can probably get a better price if it's the other way around. Let's look and see. Hold on. All right, here we go. I got it. So, okay, move down, move down, move down. Today, nope, tomorrow. Okay, yeah, the Twins are favored in that game. So you want to take you want to take the Twins on probably the money line. Take the Twins on the money line. All right. The pitchers, Pablo Lopez. I say 4 strikeouts if you want. Let me look and see what has he done in his last 3 games. 5 strikeouts, 6 strikeouts, and 6 strikeouts. If you can take three, take it. If you can take four, take it. I mean, you always just. I mean, sometimes if you want to grab a pitcher and get some more money, do it. If you don't want to, don't. All right. So I would take Pablo Lopez 3 strikeouts. I don't trust the Rays bullpen, and Minnesota has been on fire. Like I said, they have been on a tear as of late. The next game, the Boston Red Sox will be visiting the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow, 1:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boston will be featuring Brian Bello, 2-1, 4.0 ERA, and 27 strikeouts. The Brewers will be featuring Freddie Peralta, 5-3, 2.5 ERA, and 60 strikeouts. That's not hard to pick, is it? So you basically want to take, and I always tell you I hate Boston and I fade them, but we are going to fade them, but we're going to take the Brewers on the money line. You know what? Let's take the Brewers on the run line. We'll take the Brewers on the run line. Freddie Peralta, 4, 3 and 4. You know what? Don't mess with Freddie Peralta. His last three starts, 3 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts. So normally when they are like that, then you don't want to try to push it and do anything because this guy could, whatever you pick, he may go under. So, but one of the things you can do is the over under strikeouts. But with this one, I wouldn't even mess with it. Let it go. Just take the Brewers on the money line. Is that fair? Okay. The White Sox at the New York Mets tomorrow, 1:15 p.m. Shane Smith, 1-3 for the White Sox. His ERA is 2.36, 49 strikeouts, versus Griffin Canning, who's 5-1, 2.8 ERA and 47 strikeouts. I'm going to take the Mets on the run line. Take the Mets on the run line. What about these pitchers, Ron? I don't care. I mean, Canning is okay, right? Let me look at his last 3 starts. 1 strikeout, 4 strikeouts, and 5. So you see what I mean? You get a nice parlay. You put a guy on here that's kind of, because that last game he had 1, and the other one he had 4, right? And the one after that he had 5. So this guy could be like tailing off, and he might not get any. So why mess up a good parlay with a pitcher you don't think can do it? Take the Mets. Take the Mets on the run line. Hold on, guys. Hold on for 1 minute. You know what, guys? I said that the run line, I'll take that back. Um, Shane Smith is not bad, right? Shane Smith is not a bad pitcher. Um, his last game, he had 6 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, and 7 strikeouts. One game he gave up 2 hits. The other one he gave up 7. And then he gave up 4. Here's his runs that he gave up: 3 against Seattle, 1 against the Cubbies, and 0 against Miami. Okay, let's take the White Sox. I'm going to change that, guys, because he's a decent pitcher, right? Take the White Sox on the run line. I mean, take the White Sox plus the points. Take the White Sox and plus the points. This game looks kind of weird because it looks like it has a potential of going under, right? Right? Ron, how do you know this may go under? Because these guys are decent. And I didn't even look at the White Sox, and I started fading him, and that wasn't fair because this guy's got a good record. His ERA, again, is 2.36. Griffin Canning is 1-5 with a 2.8 ERA. Take the White Sox plus the points. I like that, right? Those are teams you just can't screw around with. Let me see. What is the... Yep. You get a decent price. I'm going to go back and fill these in. I said the Minnesota Twins money line. Okay. And then I said the Milwaukee Brewers money line. So I'm just clicking these in, so I'm going to tell you at the end how much you'll make if you decide to play. Let's see. Okay. All right, so now we'll move down. So we're going to take the White Sox on the run line plus the points. Shane Smith. If anybody's going to have a good game, it's going to be Shane Smith. like I said, he's thrown 6 strikeouts, 5 and 7. While this other guy's been sandbagging. Well, not sandbagging. He's not been doing too much of anything. He's been going down. If you just want to, I would take Shane Smith for 3 strikeouts, just three, and be done with it. But I definitely like the White Sox on the run line, the plus 1.5. All these stupid windows open. All right, what's next? Hold on, guys. I'll be right with you. Yep, Chicago. Okay, let's move it along. Where is my? I hate when I do that. Misplaced stuff. All these damn windows. All right, here we go. Let's get it back. Hold on, I'll be right with you. All right, so our next game is the San Francisco Giants versus the Detroit Tigers. Landon Root, 3-3, 3.63, and 49 strikeouts. Jackson Jobe, this guy is like a leprechaun. He always manages to win no matter what. He's 4-1, 4.06 ERA, and 35 strikeouts. On paper, Randon Root is the better pitcher of the two. This is going to be a good game. I'm going to take the Tigers on the money line. Give me the Detroit Tigers on the money line. Tigers are hot, guys. I don't know if you know it or not, but the Tigers, what place are they in? Did anybody know? What's good? Where I missed? I'm sorry I didn't see. You didn't miss too much of anything. Um, I can go back. I'll go back really quickly and tell you what I picked. I picked the Minnesota Twins on their money line, right? Pablo Lopez, if you want, 3 strikeouts. That's if you want. The Milwaukee Brewers on the money line or the run line against Boston because of Freddie Peralta. You can take 3 to 4. I would say 3 strikeouts for Freddie Peralta. The White Sox has got Brian Bello. His ERA is pretty high, 4.08, 27 strikeouts. Peralta's got 60 strikeouts. His ERA is 2.5, so you know what that sounds like. It sounds like Boston's going to take a beating. Then we've got the White Sox versus the Mets. I took the White Sox plus the points because they got Shane Smith on their mound. Shane Smith is 1-3. His ERA is 2.36. 49 strikeouts he has. So, and then Griffin Canning, he's 5-1, 2.88 ERA and 47 strikeouts. I mean, they pretty much almost like mirror images, but the only reason why Griffin Canning has a better record as far as wins and losses is because he plays with the Mets and Shane Smith plays with the White Sox. That's self-explanatory. But now, you know how that goes. Just because the guy is 1-5, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to win. So I'm taking the White Sox because I like that pitching matchup. I do. I would take the White Sox plus the points. And then we went to San Francisco and Detroit. Randon Root versus Jackson Jobe. Jackson Jobe is one of those kind of pitchers. His ERA is not the best. It's a 4.0. But this dude, you ever seen one of them lucky? You ever had one of those friends that's like super lucky, right? Like this dude is always in the right games at the right time. I mean, he's not like Screwball. Hell, he's got a better record than Flannery, but Flannery is way better than Jackson Jobe, and Jackson Jobe is 4-1. So he's just one of those guys. I don't know. I said take the Tigers on the money line. All right, we're all cut up. Let's move over to the Dodgers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Kershaw, 7.5 ERA and three strikeouts. Uh, no record as of yet, no one loss record. Cleveland will have Shade. I'm not even gonna try Siciliano. He's 1-1, 3.2 ERA and 14 strikeouts. That's a scary game. Will I be rushing to bet on it? Heck no. Um, but you know what? Just with the bats alone, I'm gonna take Clayton Kershaw and the New York, the LA Dodgers. This game kind of has the potential of going over, all right? Because Clayton Kershaw, he's just coming back. I mean, he's not 100, right? Let me see what he's been doing. When he came back, he pitched 2 innings, one walk, and one strikeout. That was his last game. And the game before that, his first game back, he pitched 4 innings, 5 hits he gave up, 5 runs, 3 base on balls, and walks, and 2 strikeouts. Let's wait, dude. I'm gonna fade the Dodgers right now with Clayton Kershaw, and I will take. Darn it! What did I do with it? I'm gonna take. Shit! Where did you go? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna take Cleveland on the money line. And what does it say? Hold on. Who's the fair? I'm sure. Let's see. Dodgers, 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 Dodgers. Okay. The Dodgers is favorite. Take the Indians on the with the plus the points. I would take the Indians one plus 1.5. I would take Indians on the spread on the run line. All right, so that's done. The Athletics in Houston. Is that the next one? Oh, no, yeah. Luis Seriano, 1-4, 4.11 ERA. How many strikeouts? 50 strikeouts versus Lance McCullers Jr. He's 0-5, 6.57 ERA and 14 strikeouts for Houston. I'm going to take the Athletics on the money line. And I'm also going to take the over on this game. Hold on, let's look and see. Let's get Lance. Lance gives up. He doesn't give up that many hits. 5 hits, 4 hits, 3 hits. Let's just hold off on that over, right? And we'll just stay with the Athletics on the money line. Let's look and see. We'll take the Athletics plus the points on this one. We'll take the Athletics and plus the points. I mean, these pitchers am I rushing to the window to get these guys pitching pitching props? Nope. All right. Now watch this, guys. Here comes the big one. Uh, yeah. All right. Here comes the big one. The Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Diamondbacks. Paul Skeens, 3-5, 2.36 ERA, 70 strikeouts versus Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen is 3-6, 5.25 ERA and 63 strikeouts. So we're gonna take the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. We're also going to take Paul Skeens to get over 6 strikeouts. If they give you 6.5, take the over. If they give you 7.5, you still take the over. Now, when they start getting 8.5, yeah, you want to back away. And if you just want to take alt strikeouts, I would go 5-6 plus with Paul Skeens. No Nerfies in this one because you just never know. The D-backs look like they can scramble a little bit. I like Zach Gallen, but Zach Gallen hasn't been all that hot this year. Zach Gallen is usually a beast. Well, his last outing, 4 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, and 5 strikeouts. And he usually pitches 5 innings. But one of those games against the Dodgers, he gave up like 10 hits. And then look at this. And then against Colorado, he gave up 8 hits. But again, they were playing in Colorado where the air is like, and the ball takes off. I don't know. I'm not going to take him. I'm going to go ahead and go with my first mind and not my first mind. I'm going to go with Paul Skeens and the Pirates. Yeah, take Paul Skeens and the Pirates and take them on the money line. The Miami Marlins versus the San Diego Padres. Sandy Alcantara, he's 2-6, 2-7. What's that ERA? Holy shit, am I looking at that right? This guy's got an ERA at 8.04 with 40 strikeouts. He's going against San Diego's Kyle Hart, 2-2, ERA 6.0, and with 16 strikeouts. Take the over in this game. Take the over. Because it's all going to be about who's got the big bats. It looks like this is going to be a shootout. I'm just leaning towards the over on this game. And you know what? Give me the Padres on the money. Give me the Padres on the money line as well. All right. And now we've got the the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Orioles. Miles McCallos, 4-2, 3.51 ERA, 31 strikeouts against Kate Povich, who's 1-3, ERA 4.86, and 44 strikeouts. I'll take St. Louis on the money line. I definitely take St. Louis on the money line. Yeah. I'm not even going to bother looking at the pictures because I already know that these guys aren't that consistent, right? To prove my point, let's look at Povich. His last game against Boston, he had 6 strikeouts, right? He gave up 1 run, 4 hits. The game before that, he gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts. And that was against Washington. And then when he played Minnesota, he struck out 4, and he gave up 5 runs. He didn't seem to go long in innings either, right? So the first game he usually goes 5, right? He pitched in 5 innings against Boston, 5 against Washington, and 6 against Minnesota. Yeah, I'm going to fade you, dude. You've done. You and the Orioles. Give me the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line. We have the Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. I think has one of the better. I think has one of the better bullpens in the league. I don't know if I told you this. I was looking at online. I was like, who's got the best bullpen? And I'm thinking, uh, the Yankees, Philadelphia. You know who they said had the best bullpen? But I think they were number two, or I think it was number two. They said the Orioles. And I'm like, dude, what are you smoking? And I get it because these guys are looking at the stats. It, the same person who put that out is the same person that'll take your ass straight to hell. Because if these guys got the second best bullpen, why are these guys playing under 500? So, you know what I mean? All right. So the stats doesn't always tell stuff. It can be misleading. In this case, the stats is very misleading. All right. So Philadelphia is gonna have Zach Wheeler on the mound, who's 6-1, 2.42 ERA, and 88 strikeouts. The Braves will have AJ Smith. Was that Shalver? He's 3-2, ERA 3.67, and 41 strikeouts. Yeah, the Braves will give it a go. But at the end of the day, Zach Wheeler, you looking at, he's probably a potential Cy Young candidate. Um, so when it's like that, you just got to go with the guy who's hotter. Last game against the A's, 8 strikeouts. Pittsburgh, 6 strikeouts. And Cleveland, 8 strikeouts. How many runs did he give up? He gave up 0 runs. Holy fuck. And in each game, he only gave up 3 hits. And this dude goes far. He's averaging 7.5 innings. One game, he had 7 innings. Yeah, so, yeah. You take Philadelphia in this one, and you take them on the run line. Definitely take Philadelphia on the run line. What do we do with hold on. What do we do with AJ Smith? Nothing. We do nothing at all with him. His last strikeout. His last game, 1 strikeout. Then the next one, 6. Then the other one, 7. I don't. I'm not feeling that guy. Definitely not feeling that guy. Hold on, let's see what else I got. I mean, you don't impress me like that with just one, and then your last ones you had 6 and 7, right? So it's telling me the bats went cold. Well, not really. He gave up 8 hits. So that game against Washington, he gave up 8 hits, right? Yeah, definitely take the definitely take the Phillies on the run line. Definitely. The Cincinnati Reds will take on the Kansas City Royals. Cincinnati will feature Hunter Green, the big righty. He's 4-2, 2.54 ERA, and 63 strikeouts. Noah Cameron, 1-1, 0.93 ERA, and 14 strikeouts. So that just tells me that he just came up from the minors, and he hasn't really pitched that much. That's only one of the reasons his ERA is so low like that. Let's look at him. Last strikeouts, he had 8, then he had 3 and 3. That's not consistent enough for me. I would not pick him on any pitching props. Take the Reds on the money line. Also take Hunter Green. All right. So, yeah, Hunter Green is one of those guys. He's a good pitcher, right? Hunter Green's got it going on, but for some odd reason, Hunter Green can be very inconsistent, and that's kind of what gets me with this dude. And you'll see, like for example, he was playing the Nats. This dude had 12 strikeouts, gave up 2 hits, right? Then the next game, well, he still gave up 2 hits, right? 3 hits. Um, those last 3 games weren't really inconsistent. It's just like, let me go and look at some more. We'll move back, but still, don't take away from what I'm saying. I'm still going to take Cincinnati on the money line, and I would also look at where's he at? Okay, I would take this guy like 4 to 5 strikeouts, 4 to 5. But let me look at his past records to go back even further than 3 games. I know last year that was his big problem. All right, we'll start with March 27th. Let's see. 3 hits, 3 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 2 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits, um, 2 hits, 2 hits, 3 hits, 7 hits. He's better than last year, right? He's not giving up a whole lot. Let's see the runs. Let's see how many runs he's giving up. 1 run, 0 runs, 0 runs, 5 runs, 3 runs. Um, 1 run, 0 runs, 2 runs. Okay, yeah, I get it. He's good. Take him. Take Cincinnati on the run line, and we can take Hunter Green 5 plus. Um, if they give you 6.5 under or over, I would just leave that alone, and I would go over to alt strikeouts, take 4 or 5. Right? That's what I would do. Hold on for 1 minute. I mean, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but some things I can figure out. Let's see where I'm at. Where I'm at. All right. Yeah, and that's what we'll do. We'll just take Hunter Green 5 plus. We're not gonna push it. We're not gonna try to break the bank, and we'll just keep it like that. I like Hunter Green, so there you have it with that one. Let's go and see who is our next one. Toronto at Texas. Toronto hasn't listed a pitcher. Texas has. They've got their guy Taylor Maine, uh, who's 5-2, 1.80 ERA, and 43 strikeouts. I'm gonna take. Well, we gotta wait. We don't know, but right now, because Gooseman just pitched yesterday for Toronto, he's not gonna be able to pitch tomorrow. I mean, the next day. So I would take the Texas Rangers on the money line at least. At least. All right, here we go. Our favorite team, the Colorado Rockies. They're gonna be playing the Chicago Cubs. They're gonna have Gordon on the mound, 1-1, 4.38 ERA and 9 strikeouts against Matthew Boyd. Matthew Boyd is 4-2, ERA 3.42 and 56 strikeouts. Normally, I would say this is one of the better times for the Rockies to get a win on this game, but unfortunately, they got to go up against Matthew Boyd. So I guess when it rains, it pours. So they not cutting them any slack. Take the Cubs on the money line. All right, the Yankees and the Angels. Clark Schmidt, Yankees, 1-2, 4.58 ERA, 38 strikeouts against Yasui. He is 1-4 for the Angels, 3.17 ERA with 54 strikeouts. We'll take the Yankees on the money line. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of. Hold on, guys. Hold on for 1 minute. Because I think I'm going to change that. Maybe not. No, I'm going to stay right. Well, hold on. This is going to be a good game. So this guy for the Angels, he's given up 7 hits one game, 3 hits, and then 7 hits on the other game. 4 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, and 4 strikeouts. One game he walked. His last 2 games he walked 4 batters. You can't walk any Yankees, or you're going to pay for it. So I'm going to stay with the Yankees on this one. If he has any trouble with keeping that ball down or whatever, if he's not performing good and he just can't hit the strike zone and his ball's all over the place, and you keep putting guys on base, you walking guys, you could probably get away with it if they were playing somebody else, but against the Yankees, they will make you pay dearly for that. Give me the Yankees on the money line. I'm going to take the Yankees on the money line. Sorry, dude, I had to fade you, man. Hold on for 1 minute. Hold on. Okay. All right. So, let's move it on. So I guess they're gonna have a double. Wait, this is wrong. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we are down to our last game for tomorrow: the Washington Nationals versus the Seattle Mariners. Um, the Nats will have Trevor Williams on the mound. He's 2-5, 6.39 ERA, 41 strikeouts, versus George Kirby, who is 0-1, 12.27 ERA, and 4 strikeouts. God damn it, George. You got tore up. Okay, so this guy has only played in 1 game. His last game, he played against the Astros. He went 3 innings. He gave up 6 hits. He gave up 5 runs, walked 1 person, and struck out 4. Nope. You know what's going on there, right? High ERA. Don't take George Kirby in Seattle. Stay away from them guys, because they're going to give up a lot of hits tomorrow. Let's take the Washington Nationals on the money line. And that's it. No overs, no under. Antonio, like earlier today, I felt good, and I gave up I put out a parlay for the Tigers, and I had the Tiger. Let's see what's going on there now. So I took the Tigers to win on the money line. I also took them going under. Right. I took each pitcher to get at least 4 strikeouts. Let's see how that's going. Yeah, I was right. So where's fuckface? I mean, sorry about that. So Webb had 10 strikeouts, and Jack Flannery had 8. I got that right. Guess where I missed it at, Antonio? The goddamn Nerfy. The Tigers had to go and score, but it's kind of my fault because the Tigers have big bats. So the guys I kind of worry about with Nerfies is the Yankees, the Tigers, the Dodgers. Guys that's got big bats. So, but I kind of thought that Webb would keep him at bay in the first inning because you see, Webb's got 10 strikeouts already, but he gave up. He gave it up. Yeah, bottom of the first. Yeah, god damn it, man. I mean, if this still went, I win $45. I only dropped 10 on it. I took the Nerfy. Now watch this, guys. When you take the Nerfy, you always run that risk. Don't bet that one. You got that right. Not against the Tigers. No, 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 no. You got that absolutely correct. And you know what, Antonio? I'm going to take your advice, and I probably won't be doing any more Nerfies until like August and September when it's like playoff time coming. Maybe like September because these cats right now, man. I mean, I think the only time here's, and I'm going to make this rule for myself. The only time I'm going to take a Nerfie is when Pittsburgh plays the Tigers, and that's if Paul Skeens is going against Screwball, and somebody's just let's say Max Fried with the Yankees are going up against Philadelphia Wheeler, right? Then I'll take a Nerfie with that. But guys that's in the running for the Cy Young Award. But right now, no, man. I mean, the Tigers swinging big bats. It is safer to take the under. You goddamn right. But remember how I'm always yelling and screaming, telling you guys, don't do this. And I did it, right? Well, sometimes you get kind of arrogant, right? You think, oh, okay, I think. But yeah, that was my downfall. Right? Would have had a little bit more. I think I was trying to get a little bit more money in the pot, but didn't seem to work out for me. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched the highlights of yesterday when the Tigers played San Francisco, and I guess one of the Tigers got tossed out of the game because he was arguing balls and strikes at the end. Well, I looked at it. The first thing I said was that was a ball. But as I kept watching, and they had the strike zone in there, he nipped that corner. He did. He nicked the corner. So he nicked that corner. So if he nicks the corner, that's a strike. So if they watched it and they saw what I saw or what everybody else saw, he had no argument. I mean, actually, you give it up to an ump who can see like that because he saw it and he didn't even waste any time. He threw that dude out of the game when the guy turned back around trying to argue with him. He tossed him out. But when I first saw it, and they don't put the box right, and he threw it, I was like, I don't know. Nope, that's a ball. But when they showed it again and they had the strike zone in there, he hit the corners. He hit the lower corner of the strike zone. It was a nice pitch too, man. It was a beautiful pitch. It looked like it could have been a damn knuckleball, man, because it dropped. It came and just went. Ref called it, man. I mean, we give umps a hard time arguing balls and strikes, but sometimes you got to give it up to them when they make the right call. I'm a Tiger fan. I love the Tigers, right? And the first thing I was doing, I was attacking that guy, but I looked and I'm like, that's a strike. He got it. He hit the corner. You hit the corner, that's a strike. So yeah. Whatever. Tigers 3, San Francisco 0. So let's take a look at, if I'm going to bet tomorrow, what am I going to bet? And as I was talking to you guys, I had up a sheet and I was just, pressing buttons, So you guys probably thought I was looking important. I suck. Trust me. All right. So where am I at right now? Okay. Here we go. For tomorrow, I took the Pirates. Now, mind you guys, they don't have the pitching props up yet, but this is something that I looked at. The Pirates, I took the Pirates on the money line because they're going up against Corbin Burns. Nope. Sorry, that's the wrong game. That's for today. Sorry. All right. So tomorrow, let's see, what games did I pick? Let's see. I took the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. I took the Cleveland Guardians on the run line, or, plus the points, because I'm not trusting Clayton Kershaw yet. They could probably win, but the Indians is going to get these guys, or not the Indians, the Guardians is going to give them a hard time. And speaking of Indians and Guardians, and I'll get back to this in a minute, but one of my buddies posed an interesting question on Facebook yesterday, and he goes, why is it cool for certain teams like the Braves, the Chiefs, the Blackhawks, and all that? He says, why is it cool for them to keep that name, but the Redskins had to give it up, and Cleveland had to give it up? Well, that's a great question, because I always want to know what's the difference? That's just, if one team's got to give it up, all of them should give it up, right? It's the same thing. The Braves, and you got that Brave hammer or the axe, right? The Chicago Blackhawks. I just think that it's fair if they all have to do it. The Chiefs. And trust me, guys, I get it. You're having fun at the game, but when you start doing like this, the tomahawk chop, what does that mean? For me, if I'm like a Native American, I'm gonna feel some kind of way, right? Because they got killed for that, right? Now you using it as and the guys and the fans that's doing it, they don't mean any harm, right? They don't, because, well, I don't know, but for the most part, a lot of those guys don't mean any harm when they do it. But just the same, it's the same thing, the same exact thing. If it's good for Cleveland, if it's not good for Cleveland and Washington, then why is it good for these other teams? That's just a question that I posed. And then I was kind of like thinking too, and I was like, is there a white mascot? And yeah, I know at least about 3 or 4 of them, but one of them is like the Fighting Irish, right? So it depends. So I guess it's who bitches and who doesn't like it because the fighting Irish. You got an Irish guy, and then he's because the Irish fight and they good fighters, right? But you got so their logo is like this, right? So I mean I don't know. I mean if we start getting into changing names, right? Because people are being offended. I mean, why stop at 1 and 2, right? Shit, man, I don't know. I think once you dive off into that arena of changing people's names, you just open up a whole can of whoop ass. And if you're gonna do it right, just do it right, man. I mean, whatever, right? Yeah, the Fighting Irish. I thought that was that wasn't cool. That's not cool either, right? But maybe the Irish thinks it's cool. They like it, right? The Irish people don't really care. They tough. They tough as nails, right? And they don't. I don't think that. But I can't say they don't really care, because I haven't spoke to all of the Irish people that's out there. Hold on, let's see. As a Native American, the most part of them thinks it's crazy. Uh, they did away with their name. Well, yeah. It says ask the Native American. Most part of them thinks it's crazy that they got rid of their name. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that because I remember in the 80s and the 90s, I don't know how old you are, the Native Americans, they squawked. I mean, they was pissed. They marched. I mean, this was a big thing back in the 80s and the 90s. So if any Native American now says that they are okay with it, I haven't heard that, but I know in the past it was this big old thing like about changing the names, and then I got it. I kind of got it right because I kind of looked at the Indians logo, right, and he was smiling, had a big smile on his face, and then his no, So I was just like, but again, you got the Fighting Irish though, right? I mean, I guess is I guess certain people are like sensitive. I guess I don't know, but I'm just thinking if you go out, you gotta go all the way out, right? Do I personally think it's so? If you're gonna go like this, then you got to change the Fighting Irish thing. But the Irish people, never squawked about it. They don't care. They're okay with it. Okay, right? But still, just because they're okay with it doesn't make it right. Because once you go down that road, you guys get what I'm saying. I'm not taking anybody's side, but I'm just saying that once you go down that road and you change one, you got to do everybody because now you look very hypocritical. And do I still call the Cleveland Guardians Indians? I sure do. I just did it on this game because that's all I knew when I was a kid coming up, right? Um, Whatever. That was just my thought because some guy posed the question. I thought about it. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, but I guess you're right. I mean, as Native Americans, most part of them think it's crazy. Yeah, some of them do, right? And I get you. Some of them do. Some of them thinks it's crazy because they kind of are okay with it. Let's see. Just look at like that's true. So Antonio goes. Well, let's see. What is this? It's a two-way. It's a two-way street. That's the way I see it. It goes both ways, right? So now watch this. Now, if you're at work, right? Let's just use me for an example. I'm at work, and a white guy calls me the N word, right? Nigger, right? But then another black person calls me the N word, but it's Nigga. My point, my thing with that is If the white guy is gonna get fired or get in trouble for saying that, it's a two-way street. And I don't care if it does has a GA at the end. If you're gonna go that way, you got to make it 100 for everybody. And you're right, it is a two-way street. It's kind of jacked up, but that's just the way it is, I guess. Let's see. Uh, you taking us to history class? Oh God, I'm just an idiot, man. I don't know. I was just the guy on Facebook kind of asked me that question, and I was like, hey, you know, but I kind of thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. Whatever, right? Okay, so tomorrow, let's see what's going on in the right now in baseball. What happened? What's going on now? I swear to God, man, the Tigers pissed me off. And you're right, Antonio. I should have stayed away from that. And in every show, what do I tell you guys? Be mindful. Was I being mindful today? I wish we could all just get along like us on here. Yeah, man. I mean, I do too. But unfortunately, you're going to have people that's out there that just don't want to. You ever seen that type of person that when there's chaos going on, they happy and they like, but if everything is cool, they kind of like, they can't stand it, right? That they like when it's peace and everybody's having fun and a good time, they can't stand it. They got to go start it. Like I knew some people like that, right? How everything will go smooth, everything is going smooth, everything is good. And then you're just looking at them and it's like they can't stand it. They got to start some shit. That's just how this world is, man. Some people just ain't satisfied unless some bullshit is going on. And that's just the way it is. Yep. I swear to God, man, I just know them. You see them and everything is going good and they cannot fucking stand it. They just can't. Shit. So, watch this, guys. I know I'm kind of switching off of sports, but I just want to say this was kind of, you know what? Let me get off of that. But I just think how you have certain so-called activists, and they always trying to be leaders for people. And I always would say, well, who died and made you my leader? You're not my goddamn leader. And then they doing stuff. And then one of those guys I was talking about, come to find out this dude was working for the FBI, turning people in. But you always got to watch those rats, right? I knew a guy who was a rat, and the guy used to always tell on people at work. I mean, he was always telling on people, right? I mean, he had no shame to his game. He was a straight up rat. Well, somebody straightened his ass out when he moved to New York. They really don't play that there. But getting back to it, I come to find out, the reason he was always telling on somebody, because this dude was stealing. He was stealing. So I guess he was ratting on other people to take the focus off of him. So, whatever. Yeah. All right. Let's get back into this sports. Sports is better. Fuck politics, dude. Let's see. So right now the Dodgers are winning. Let's see, hold on. And the wife just turned on the basketball game. Let's see, Indiana 47 and Knicks 39. I want the Knicks to lose just so Stephen A. Smith can just shut the hell up. So right now the Dodgers are winning 6-3. Let me see who's got this. Who's up the bat? So the Dodgers have 2 on, no outs, runners at the corners. That's getting ready to start something. They look like they might score. Yeah, again, the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman is up the bat. No outs, a runner on first and third. How much you want to wager that the Dodgers score? 3, and this is in the top of the 9th. Dodgers 6, Cleveland 3. Cleveland sucks. Let's see. All right. So what's going on here? St. Louis and Baltimore tied up at one in the top of the seventh. And let's see, one man on. How many men out? One man on and one man out. Who's batting? Um, the Cardinals. Tigers top of the ninth. I'm such an idiot. I I hit if I don't put uh, the Tigers to get a Nerfy. And and like I said, guys, I'm on here every day yelling and screaming at you guys, telling you be mindful. And what did I do today? But no, honestly, I kind of thought that um, the pitcher from who's that? San Francisco, Logan Webb, because Logan Webb got 10 strikeouts today. He got 10. He's a decent, not a decent. He's better than average. He's good, but I just thought that he could hold the Tigers off in that first inning, but Tigers got that one out of him, and I was like, son of a gun. So guess what? If I don't put a Nerfy on there, the Tigers money line, they covered that, right? Um, the pitching props for each, that's good. And just like Antonio said, stay with the under. They're gonna get the under right there, right? And for the most part, like I was telling you guys earlier, I'm going to kind of chill on those Nerfies because not until like maybe August and September when the playoff run starts. Right. Yeah, yeah, you might get some pizza money for tonight. I mean, dude, the week before last, I had a. So it looks like every week I'm getting like a hit. So week before last, it was a $550 hit that I gave people to play, and then just this past last week, it was a $300 uh, hit, right? That I had people to play. Right now, the last couple of days, nothing, right? So the good thing is we got some good baseball that's coming up, and it's starting to get playoff. Well, we're gonna have like one whole month left, and then after, and when comes July, we're getting ready. You guys are gonna be getting ready for the playoffs and all that stuff. Uh, the Tigers look really good. Surprisingly, I didn't think that they were going to be that good. I mean, Cleveland is putting up a fight, but yeah, I don't think that they're going to be able to. Well, you never know. Minnesota has quietly squeaked or creeped back in the race because Minnesota was kind of like they was getting it handed to them, but they quietly have creeped back into it. Uh, no, that 10 pick parlay sucked. Um, I went over. Let me see who got us. The Mets and the White Sox. That game got us. Well, it's not over yet, right? But the Mets is winning, and we took Chicago plus the points. And let me pull it up. I can actually tell you right now. Um, so we took the Marlins uh, plus the points. We took the Yankees on the money line. We took the White Sox and the Mets game to go under. And that's not gonna happen, I don't think. Let me see. Mets. Uh, it's 7 now, right? But it's not. It's even. I don't think it's. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, right? Even if the game finishes like this, the White Sox won't win, right? So let's just say the White Sox get 4. That's 9, and that goes over, right? Because I don't. I think it's like. Let me look and see. I think it's 8 point. Was it 8? Hold on. Let's see. Let's find out. 7.5. Yeah. So that's over already. Wait, no, it's not over. Not over yet, right? It's 7.5 is the over. So, but if the White Sox score, now it's over, right? I think we kind of pushed it on that one. Hmm. I took the under on the White Sox. Yep. Hoping for the best. Yeah. Hoping for at least a push at 8. Same here. Because the White Sox is not that White Sox team of last year. And neither is the Marlins. You ain't lying. It ain't over until the fat lady sings. Hopefully, a hurricane can blow through there, and they can cancel the game because it's not an official game. Oh, it is an official game, and they didn't play it all the way through 6 or through 5. Because an official game is what? Anything after 5 innings. I love getting them voids in there, man. Especially when you're getting ready to lose, and then that void come through, and you like squeak out. You're like, dang. But well, let's do this tomorrow, right? I'm gonna tell you what let, let's just look at it how I would do it tomorrow. Just gonna look at it right now, and I was doing it a few minutes ago, but okay, here we go. Guys, I remember when I was first started using, I used to think that the MGM was the best sports book out there. And now since I've tried a lot, MGM is trash. Let me see. Let's look at it and see. All right. So tomorrow, the Tigers versus the Giants. So they got Jackson Jobe. Roop is pretty good. I don't really like that game to bet on it. Yeah, they do. They do give you those free points. Yeah, they do. They give you the points for the free rooms. No, they do. One. Who was that? Caesars. Caesars really pissed me off, and I don't think that them because they owe me like $100. I swear to God, I never got it. Not unless my wife went in the mailbox and got it and cashed it. You never know, guys. You just never know, right? But they right now Caesars owe me $100. But Caesars got kind of. So here's the deal: when you go to a sports book, always know when you're losing, you can be playing on the moon, and they're not gonna say one word to you. But go ahead and hit them across the head with a nice hit. Get some nice money. They will be looking at you all the time. And if you step out of line, you do something stupid, you're done. Caesars. Fuck Caesars. Let me see. LA Dodgers tomorrow. I'm taking Cleveland on this. I'm taking Cleveland plus the point because Clayton Kershaw, I'm not like certain he's ready yet. Let's face it, guys. It's the last week of May, and he just came back. So, he's just feeling his way through. And he's looking at his stats from the last 2 games, right? So, I just felt better taking Cleveland at plus 1.5. I thought that would be a good move to make. The Twins, I've definitely taken on the money line with Pablo Lopez. The White Sox, I like. And I know you guys say I'm always sucking off. Sorry, guys. I know you guys always say, oh, this guy loved the White Sox. Yeah, I do. But tomorrow, I like it because they got Shane Smith going. And the Mets got Griffin, right? Griffin Canning. But Shane Smith, for the most part, is a good pitcher. If he's on the Yankees or something with some bats, this guy is easily 5-1. He's easily 6-1. You know what I mean? Something like that. But when you're on the White Sox and they have no bats, So I'm taking the White Sox tomorrow on, plus the points. Um, the Houston Astros versus the Athletics. So for me, when I'm looking at Houston on paper, it always looks good. Okay, so Detroit beat San Francisco 3-1. Final score. Flanagan got his third win. On paper, Houston looks like they're going to beat the living crap out of the Athletics. Does that always happen? Because the A's is pretty tough. They've got Luis Severiano pitching, right? I was struggling because I want to take Houston and take Houston on the money line, but I just don't feel comfortable with that one. I'm not racing with that. I'm not even touching the under over. The Pirates and the Diamondbacks. Now, if the Diamondbacks have Zach Gallen going for them. Now, if Arizona is playing Chicago, Cincinnati, I'm going to probably lean more towards the Diamondbacks with Zach Gallen. But when you're playing Pittsburgh and you got Paul Skeens on the mound, that just changes the whole thing. Now, I think that Paul Skeens is getting better as the season goes on. Because when he first started out, he was kind of down there for a minute. I remember one game he got 6 strikeouts? I'm like, damn, 6. Paul Skeens would have 6 strikeouts after 2 innings of play. Like he would strike out the side 2 times. But sophomore jinx, maybe, right? But on this one, I'm going to take Paul Skeens. I'll say Paul Skeens. The only thing that I wouldn't do, I'm going to take Pittsburgh on the money line. I won't take them on the run line, though. I'll take them on the money line. I'm going to take, if it's over 7.5, I will entertain that for strikeouts. If it's something retarded, I'm not. I'll just go and take alternate strikeouts, and I'll go as far as 5. I'm not going to mess with 6 like that. Because I don't believe in pitchers, screwing up a parlay for you. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh on the money line. The Marlins in San Diego. If you guys look at the pitching on this one, it's kind of hilarious because these guys got like high ERAs, both of them. But this guy for the Padres, Kyle Hart, I didn't even know and I live in San Diego, but I've never heard of this dude. Maybe because I don't watch the Padres enough. But I'm assuming he's new, and they just brought him up from the farm club. But in a game like that, and I'm just looking at it, and it's kind of like, it's going to probably be like a shootout. Now, if it's a shootout, man, you never know. So I'm looking at going with the over on this Marlins versus Padre game. I'm looking at the over in this game. I'm going to read off to you the pitching stats on this because it's kind of funny. Where is it at? All right, here we go. Sandy Alcantara. He's 2-7, 8.04 ERA, 40 strikeouts, right? 2-7, 8.0 ERA. Kyle Hart, 2-2, 6.00 ERA, 16 strikeouts. So, with those ERAs like that, somebody's going to be taking a beating on that mound for a while tomorrow. They say that this guy, Sandy Alcantara, has a lot of potential. I haven't seen him pitch. So just going back his last 3 games, he's had 6 strikeouts against the Angels, 3 against Tampa, and 8 against the White Sox. In those games, he gave up 5 hits, and then 7. He's given up 5 runs, 4 runs, and 4 runs. So he's been giving up a lot, right? Um, so when guys giving up a lot like that, you just you just got to know it's probably going to get nasty. So if I had to, I would take. I'm going to take the over in this game, and I'll take the Padres. Let's see. Let's hit it. The over. You know what? I'm not going to get greedy. Let's take the. No, I need that. I'm going to take the over on San Diego and the Marlins, and I'm going to take the Padres on the money line. I mean, does that sound fair, huh? It sounds kind of fair to me. All right. So now what do we have? We've got what is this? Squirrel runs onto the field. Whatever. Um, St. Louis and Baltimore. Nope. I don't care. I can care less. Atlanta Braves and Philadelphia. I'm going to take Philadelphia on the run line. Why? Is because Zach Wheeler is on the mound. Zach Wheeler is probably besides what's the guys for the Tigers? Not Skeens, but Screwball. Zach Wheeler is up there. He's got a lot of strikes. I think like 80 strikeouts. So yeah. I'm gonna take Philly on the money line. I mean the spread and Zach Wheeler's strikeouts. I mean I don't see they don't have it posted on here, but it doesn't even matter, right? I mean I I would take him 5, 6 strikeouts, right? I'm not gonna try to push it, right? If they've got him going over 7.5, that's too much for me. Can he make it? Hell yeah. But you just adding on more stress to your life, right? You know they're gonna Atlanta won't be able to hit this guy, and you know Philadelphia is gonna tee off on AJ Smith. So just take the money and go, right? I gotta say that to myself because I'm the one that'll be trying to say, oh, maybe they can squeeze a couple of. No, no, yeah, no. So we take Philadelphia. That's fair, right? Cincinnati and the Royals, nope. Chicago Cubs versus the Colorado Rockies. Normally, guys, is the spread in baseball is always 1.5. Colorado got totally disrespected. I mean, it's negative 2.5 now. Let me go back and look at that. That's kind of interesting, right? I mean, because if you're Colorado, you shitty for the most part, but are you going to be shitty every single game until October? Nope. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta get ready. My daughter's gonna graduate tomorrow, so I'll probably come on early or late or do something. I don't know because I'm on the West Coast, so her graduation is at what time's her graduation? 5 o'clock. So that's 8 o'clock back east. And if I get on at about 9 o'clock, it's 12 midnight. I'll figure something out. I might get on there early or just make a video and put it out there. But I gotta go because if I don't, my wife will put me out of the house. So let's see. Okay, we were looking. Let's see. Where's that game? Okay. So Colorado's has Marquise. He's 1-7. His ERA is 7.56. He's going against. Is this right? Hold on. No, wrong. No, yeah, wrong date. Okay, where did it go? Okay, here we go. Okay, so Tanner Gordon, 1-1, 4.38 ERA. Matt Boyd, 4-2. His ERA is 3.42 with 56 strikeouts. Tanner Gordon is not bad. Let's look at him and see what's going on. Because 2.5, is that Vegas trying to sucker us in, guys? I think so. I think this is Vegas trying to sucker us in. Let me look at this dude. Okay. All right. His last two games: 5 strikeouts against the Yankees, walked 2 batters, gave up 5 runs. Gave up 2 runs, and he gave up 5 hits, pitched 6 innings. Then against Detroit, but he got the win in that New York game. Well, giving up 5 hits and 2 runs, he got the win in that Yankee game. Well, against Detroit, he took the loss. He went 6 innings. He gave up 9 hits. He gave up 4 runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. I say do the opposite. Vegas is trying to sucker us in, guys, because you kind of look at it and you go, "Oh, me, I'm gonna take that." But just when you jump on something like that, Colorado probably will get the piss beat out of them tomorrow by the Cubs. So I'm not gonna fall for that one. We'll just take the Cubs straight up on the money line, or we'll take let's take them on the money line. No, let's take the run line. We'll take the run line because you can take the money line or whatever, but I think that they're gonna beat up on them. And the only reason I'm taking the run line is to teach Vegas a lesson. Stop trying to fuss around. All right, so let's go back and we put this on the sheet. So we'll take the Cubbies with the spread. The Yankees and the Angels. I am not interested in that game. I don't want it. Washington and Seattle. I'm not interested in that as well. So we have a 9-leg parlay. Let's see. So we took the Brewers on the money line against the Red Sox with not Quintero, but Peralta. Then we took, because I'm not trusting the Dodgers right now with Clayton Kershaw and Cleveland. So we're going to take Cleveland plus the points, right? And then we're going to take Minnesota, Pablo Lopez against Tampa in Tampa. I don't care. Tampa is not going to win. I don't think so. We'll take Minnesota money line. The White Sox at the New York Mets. Now, I really like this game because of Shane Smith that's pitching for the White Sox, and I'm thinking if they're going to get a game, it's going to be with Shane Smith. And it's not, well, the Mets got Canning out there, but I like the White Sox plus the points. And then we got Pittsburgh and the Diamondbacks. And I automatically picked the Pirates, but I've seen so many games that Paul Skeens have pitched good games and lost. But I believe in Paul Skeens tomorrow. I think he'll beat the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen hasn't been the Zach Gallen of old, so I'm gonna go Paul Skeens. And Paul Skeens is like he's getting better each game. Each game, Paul Skeens is getting better. So I'm gonna take the. Where's that? Yeah, I'm gonna take Pittsburgh on the money line. You want to do some player props with pitchers? Have at it. I'm not gonna put any on here. The Marlins at San Diego. 2 pitchers with high ERAs. I'm going to go over 8.5, and I'm also going to take San Diego on the run on the money line. Philadelphia, Atlanta at Philadelphia. I'm going to take the Phillies at 1.5 run line. Zach Wheeler is pitching. You want to go in there and throw in like 5 strikeouts, 6 strikeouts. Have at it because it's Zach Wheeler. Um, Colorado and the Cubs. Fuck you, Vegas. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, screw you, Vegas. We're gonna take Chicago Cubs on the run line. We're not gonna go for the old banana in the tailpipe trick with Vegas. Cause see, they giving the Cub they giving Colorado. I mean, the Cubs is favored by 2.5. And you know when you got a spread like that big in baseball, you know you'll stop and be like, what the hell, right? And they do this because they know a lot of guys. We bet on this, and sometimes we ain't the sharpest tool, and we'll go for that. But you know what? Not today, man. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to sucker us in. Let's drop $10 on this and see what it looks like. God damn it. 3,170 $3,167.39. And we'll just reiterate. We're taking the Cubbies on the run line. We're taking the Philadelphia Phillies on the run line. We're taking the San Diego Padres on the money line, and we're taking the over. We're taking the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line. We're taking the White Sox plus the points against the Mets. We'll take Minnesota on the money line against the Rays. And Cleveland plus the points against the Dodgers. If I just took like Cleveland off, what does that do? If you take Cleveland off and you say I'm chicken shit and I don't know what the Dodgers might do because you just don't know. And I think I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna take Cleveland off because the Dodgers is beating the crap out of them today. I'm feeling good enough to take that game off with Cleveland and the Dodgers and just trust that bullpen with the Dodgers will be okay because it's the Dodgers, right? And it's nothing more than to win all your games in a parlay and you lost the one where you was just too arrogant to see that they were playing the Dodgers. So guess what? I'm not going to do that. We're going to take the Dodgers and Cleveland game off. I mean, if you want to, have at it. I only because it's the Dodgers, right? And they've got bats. They've got big bats. Cleveland won't be able to. I don't know. But Clayton Kershaw, his last couple of outings weren't that great. So it's not Clayton Kershaw that I'm scared of. It's just the fact that I don't know if the Dodgers will be able to win for him. So I'm going to take that game off. Boston versus Milwaukee with Freddie Peralta. I'm going to take Freddie Peralta, and I'm going to take the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. Freddie Peralta is one of my other favorite pitchers that I like. Hold on, let's see. You're late again. Alvin, it's no problem, man. No problem. We just do this all the time. You just get in where you fit in. Hey, how you doing, Alvin? You just get in and we'll keep you up to date and you just look at the rerun and stuff like that. But I'm just telling everybody a parlay. And we are going to hit a big one. We're gonna hit a big one, I'm telling you that. I can say so once I hit like 5 big parlays in a row. This is like last year. Oh my God. My wife asked me what did I want for dinner. She was talking nice. All of that shit, right? Then I had a streak that I wasn't doing nothing. Oh, here we go. Oh, you got a gambling problem. Oh, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Making you feel like shit. But you ain't getting through this thick skull, right? So I stayed with it. Then I start hitting again. Oh, what do you want for breakfast? What? Right? So You got to get through that storm. You got to be the man of your castle too. Let's see. Man, Lisa is nice. Who is this? Oh, what up, Carl? Man, Lisa ain't nice, dude. Don't put that. Don't put that on her. Nah, dude. You don't. Nah. No, Carl. If I'm knocking on your door with a bag, I hope you let me stay. Nah, dude. Hell no. Carl, how did you do? I put your WNBA, your things up. How did you do on it? Carl was on location with in Connecticut with the Connecticut Sun. Hey, dude, that stadium sucked. It was very small. That's why they probably gonna move, right? Yeah, in Miami, you damn right. Hey, Carl, I was just looking at that game. Now I see why the Connecticut Sun is gonna leave. I mean, that's small, man. That was Atlanta. What? That game was in Atlanta, not in Connecticut. Oh, it was in Connecticut. Oh, well, I know Indiana can. Indiana can. And you know what? I didn't even look and to put what's her name? What's the lady's name? The basketball player. What's her name? What's her name? Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, man, that's the money. That's the money bag. But the only thing, like I was telling the guys on here about Caitlin Clark, is Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is the ultimate team player. So you ain't always gonna see her hitting 20 or hitting, 24 because the game plan might change and she'll do anything that the coach tells her to do. Right? So she might hit 10, she might hit 11. So that's the only thing you gotta be careful with Caitlin Clark because she's good, but she's also the ultimate team player, and she's gonna do whatever she needs to do to get that. She's out for 2 weeks. What happened? Is that when somebody said a dirty pick on her? That's bullshit, dude. That's messing with our money, man. What do you? Who put her out? Oh, Hammy. Okay. Yeah, because whoever, if some one of them girls hit her hard, I'm sure Vegas will probably be talking to them guys. Well, that's it, man. Uh, yeah, Carl. I mean, it's do or die for the Knicks, and I swear to God, I want the Knicks to lose so Stephen A. Smith can just shut his mouth, shut his pie hole. You think that'll stop him, guys, or that'll motivate him? Yeah. All right, guys, I'm done. Tomorrow, make sure you guys out there like and subscribe, please. I'm like a charity case. I need it. I'm begging. I'm gonna beg like how Jim Baker and Tammy Faye used to beg with PTL, and then what's the other dude's name? Swagger, Jimmy Swagger. Yeah, I'm begging like them guys. Hey, but you know what? Jimmy Swagger, low key, was a pimp. You know that? Oh, that was great, man. I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny. But Jimmy Swagger was a pimp. I hope you update your fantasy team. Yeah, I got to. I got to go in there and update it. This is the first. So, guys, Carl's got this fantasy football team. We're going to also do, during football, we're going to have a fantasy football league as well, where you guys can get on and have fun and talk trash and all that other good stuff. And we just have a good time with it. So, yeah. Would be nice to have a draft party in Vegas. As long as we don't go to Caesars. Because them dudes, Carl, they still owe me $100. And one day I got some mail, right? And I thought it was my money. I'm like, I got my money. In the pool. What the hell? Sound like you talking some P. Diddy stuff, dude. you, you talking some P. Diddy stuff, Carl? I don't know, man. I think you're doing too much. No. What is that about? What is Sierra and what is that about? It's got a lot of chicks. Mermaids like. Hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe. You guys are awesome. We're going to get that big hit. And that's why I'm dedicated on every show to give a good pick and tell you whatever you want to put on it, have at it. I'm going to post this parlay that I did. I'm going to post it on YouTube again, like in the post, or either run a video on it tonight. But please like and subscribe. We're going to get this money. We're going to hit, right? It's nothing nice than to get a big check or a lot of money in your pocket. And now you're king for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. If you live in California, you king for like 30 seconds. Because then they take all of it. But like and subscribe, and we're gonna get this money, man. We're gonna hit, we're gonna get it. So it's just a matter of time. So hang out and let's see. Goddamn, Stephen A. Smith is tweeting. Whatever. Like and subscribe, guys, and let's get this money. One love.